Good morning, class. I have some news that will shock and probably scare all of you, but I must tell you. Schools in Plot City are becoming overpopulated, and schools have gotten permission from the government to take extreme measures to bring populations down. These measures are being taken not only to keep school populations in check, but also to prevent the city population from growing out of control.
And what are these measures?
Yes, and why are you calling them extreme?
Well, class, you're not going to like this, but students who do not get passing grades at the end of each term will be terminated.
What do you mean by terminated? Do you mean expelled?
I wish I did, but what I mean is exactly what it sounds like. At the end of each term, if you have any failing grades, you will be executed. How this will work is that at the end of each semester, after all exams are graded, a list of students who are failing at least one subject will be created. These students will then be taken to a room on campus and then a team of staff will execute them. I know you're scared, class, so I will try to make things as easy as possible in my class because I don't want any of you to get executed. However, as a teacher, there is a code of conduct I must follow, so I can only make things so easy, and I cannot give special treatment to any student, otherwise I'll risk my own life. What I'm saying is I want you all to survive, but you all are going to have to study hard in order to survive. And one more thing. Grades below a C- are failing, and will get you executed. Also, cheating on exams will get you an automatic execution.
Marcus, I'm scared. What if you get executed? What if my sister Alex gets executed? What if I get executed? We don't always get the best of grades.
I wish I had words to comfort you, but I don't. I'm just as scared as you and all the other students.
You know what? There's no use in crying in fear over our situation. It won't solve anything. We need to study hard and do better than we ever have on our big test at the end of this semester.
You're right. We must do that instead of crying.
So what is the ratio of tangent?
I think it's adjacent side over opposite side?
No, that's cotangent.
Gosh darn it. I keep getting them mixed up. I am so not ready for the math portion of the exam.
I feel like you're almost there, Marcus. There are just a few types of problems that you seem to be struggling with.
I don't know, I'm worried, Lily. I have a D+ in math right now, so I would need at least a high C in the math portion of the exam in order to end the semester with a C- in math.
You've been improving a lot in our last few study sessions. I think you can get that.
I hope you're right. Say, how do you think you are doing with English? Mrs. Julie said that questions on the last book that we read will likely be on the exam. What messages do you think the author was conveying through the book?
I think the author was trying to say that if you're too greedy, you're not going to get everything you want. It was something like that. I'm not completely sure.
Okay, but what was the significance of the dog?
Oh yeah, right. The dog was supposed to bring out the humanity in the worst of people or something like that. I think that through the dog, the author was trying to say that even the worst of people might still have a touch of humanity, but something needs to bring it out, like a dog. It was something like that. I don't really know. It's getting late. We should probably go home and get some rest before our studying starts becoming counterproductive.
You're right, we definitely don't want to be tired for this exam.
Good morning, class. I hope you have studied hard because today is the day of the semester 1 final. As you know, questions from each subject will be mixed around in the exam, but you will be receiving multiple grades from the exam, one from each subject. Remember that getting less than a C- in any subject will result in your execution. Also remember that cheating will get you an automatic execution, and talking during the test will be deemed as cheating. I will pass out the papers now. Best of luck. Hopefully nobody dies. Oh, and one more thing. PE will be tested separately at the end of the school day and you will get that score along with your others. With that said, we'll begin the exam now.
Oh my gosh. This is so hard and I didn't even study for some of this. I think I'm going to end up dying.
This is very hard. I should prepare my last lines.
Do I hear talking?
No, you don't. Sorry, we'll be quiet.
That's what I thought. Now shut it and keep working on your exam or else I'll have to send you to the execution room.
Oh my gosh, the test was hard. I think it's time to say goodbye to this cruel world.
I feel the same way. Execution lists will be finalized in a few days. These will be the scariest days in our lives.
Marcus, if either of us get executed, just know I always loved you.
Me too.
As a friend.
Yeah.
Good morning, class. As you may know, today is not a normal school day. Today is exam score day, and also execution day for some of you, unfortunately. I will pass out exam score soon, but first, I will read off the execution list. If I call your name, take your exam score sheet with you to the principal's office to begin your execution process. 3 students are on the execution list in this class for the semester, unfortunately. These students are Timothy Green, Sarah Osborne, and finally, Tom Brown. If I called your name, please come up and collect your exam score sheet and report card. Then report to the principal's office. Now I will give the rest of you your exam scores and report cards. Some of you were close to joining those 3 in getting executed, so I suggest studying harder next semester.
Oh my gosh. I scored just high enough on the math portion of the exam to get a C- in math. That was so close.
I know, right? I had a close call in English. I barely scraped by with a C-. We need to study harder in our weak subjects next semester so that we don't get executed at the end of the school year after semester 2 finals.
I totally agree. But for now, we can rest easy knowing that we live to see another day.
So real. We should enjoy our winter break and come back ready to face next semester.